Hi Year 7s, today we're going to cook lamb chops with mashed potato and steamed veggies. Now the reason why we've chosen this is that when you're cooking dinner, which is a really good healthy dinner is meat and 3 veg, but when you're cooking dinner there's lots of other tasks you have to do. So this is about managing more than one task at a time, which can be really hard. If you choose not to make the lamb chops this week. Lamb chops are pretty expensive, so if you choose not to, I'd really like you to help in the kitchen and make dinner with mum or dad, or make dinner yourself that's got more than one element to it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the ingredients that we've got ready, and yeah, we'll get cracking with the cooking. Okay, I've got all my ingredients here ready to go. I've got my lamb chops. They're nice fresh lamb loin. I've got some tomato. I have got some olive oil, salt and pepper. I've got a carrot and some broccolini and a potato. We've got milk in the fridge, and I've got some butter for the mash. Okay, so I have to actually go out to the garden and get some rosemary, but yeah, we'll do that and we'll start preparing all the veggies. So first up, we're going to make the mashed potato. I'm going to peel the potatoes. Now this is just for 2 people, so I'm just going to do this one big potato. Actually, my daughter loves mashed potatoes, so I'll probably do more than one. And you need to get a pot of water on the boil, so this can go into boiling water. So don't put your potato into water that is not boiling, because it absorbs too much. It absorbs too much of the water. So I'm just going to chop this up into manageable bits, and so that won't take, if you chop it up like that, it won't take too long to cook. Water on to boil. I'm just going to prepare the lamb chops. Now rosemary and lamb goes beautifully together, so I've got some rosemary sprigs from the garden, and I'm just placing it on the inside, and then I'm going to, of the tail, then I'm just going to roll that up and skewer it through to hold that in place. Okay, I'll do the other one. Now it says in the recipe that to do this on the grill. I don't have a grill, so I'm just going to pan fry them and then pop them in the oven. So I've got those ready. Okay, we're still waiting for our water to boil, but whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to do what's called Van Dyke your tomato. Now, I don't do this very often, but Van Dyke is like a zigzag around. So you get your tomato and you want to push your knife through to the middle. Okay, if you don't go right through to the middle, then it will not come apart when you do it. So you want to just zigzag it like that all the way around. Turning it as you go. It's a bit of fun anyway. Have a go, even if you're not cooking the lamb chops, have a go at the Van Dyking your tomato. Okay, so this should, there you go. So here I've got a Van Dyke tomato, and I'm going to pop a little bit of butter and salt and pepper on that, and I'm going to pop these into the oven later. As I said, I don't have a grill, so pop a little bit of tomato butter and some salt and pepper. I'm going to salt and pepper my chops too. Okay. Now I'm going to prepare my veggies. I've got a carrot and I've got some broccolini. Now broccolini I love. I like it better than broccoli. Just take that off. I'm going to chop my florets up like that. Now you don't really have to do much with those, so we're going to steam these. But I've got my broccolini there, and I'm going to julienne. So I want them about the same size. Julienne my carrot. So Now julienne is matchsticks. Now we're going to steam our veggies, but they don't take very long, so we'll do that right near the end. Okay, now they're ready to put in the steamer. Now you can also use, which I do often, use the stalks for your broccolini as well, so you can just chop them up too, and they'll steam up beautifully. Okay, my water here is for my potatoes is rapidly boiling, so I'm going to pop my potatoes really gently because you don't want to splash into this water, and let them boil. Now you want to, it'll stop boiling. You want to be able to have be able to put a skewer through them and have no resistance, and then you'll know it's time for them to be able to be mashed. Okay, my mashed potato, or my potatoes over there cooking, boiling away. As I said, I don't have a grill, but I do have, I'm going to do our, the chops in a pan and then pop them into the oven. So my potatoes are going to take about 20 minutes to cook, and my lamb chops are going to take about 10-15. So you put these on first, and when they're almost done, you start doing your lamb chops. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on the pan, and okay, so we'll do that, and I'll brown both sides and brown the fat on it as well. So whilst we're waiting for that, I'm going to, in this dish here, put my tomatoes here, and I'm going to pop them in the oven, and I'll then put my lamb chops in there as well. Now I've browned those both on either side, and I'm going to put them in the oven for the 10 minutes. Just so they can cook through. Now lamb's okay to have a little bit rare. I like it rare, but some other meats you can't do that, like chicken and pork. You can't do that. All right, so I'm going to pop these in the oven. And put them into my baking tray with the tomatoes. Put them in there, and I'll pop these into the oven and let them cook for 10 minutes. Okay, so whilst I'm still waiting for the potatoes to cook, and they're nearly there, and my lamb chops are in the oven with the tomatoes, I'm going to prepare a steamer. Now a steamer is a pot, a saucepan, with another one on top that's got holes through it. Okay, so what we do is we put about 3 centimeters of water into the bottom, and when that boils, it comes through here and cooks your veggies. Okay, now remember, make sure you put enough water in there, and these only take 5 minutes to cook. So what you need to do is wait till everything is nearly ready before you put that on, but you can prepare your water and have it at boiling ready to put your veggies in there. Okay, so I'm going to check my potatoes, and there's no resistance when I try and poke them through. I have got a colander here to strain the water off the potatoes, so I'm going to go over to the sink and do that. And I've popped them back into the pot ready to mash. Okay, my steamer is over here, and it's hot and it's steamy. I'm going to put my veggies in there whilst I mash my potatoes, just so they're ready to serve once my mash is also ready. I've got my broccoli. Now that's a lot of broccoli there, but I love it. I'll have that for dinner tonight. And my carrots on the other side. Pop the lid on, and now with literally take 3 to 5 minutes, but you don't want them falling apart. You still want them to have a little bit of crunch. I've got my potatoes here. I'm going to pop my butter in, and instead of milk, I'm going to put cream, because I've got cream in it, which just make it delicious. And I've got my potato masher, and I'm going to mash this until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so this is nice and smooth now. Now some chefs would actually like pass this through a sieve or something to get all the lumps out, but I think that's pretty good. I reckon my veggies are ready, so I think we're ready to plate up. Okay, so everything's ready. Actually my veggies are still steaming a little bit, but I'm just going to plate up now. Now, one chop is enough, but oh gosh, they look delicious. Now I've got my Van Dyke tomato. Oh, that one just flopped over. And my delicious mash. Looks very creamy, this mash. I think my daughter's very excited about having mashed potato for lunch. Okay, so now I have a bit of potato there. I'll go get my steamer, and I have got, see there, some carrots and broccoli in there. Pop some broccoli on the plate. Now this is a big meal, but very, very, very super healthy. Okay. So there we have it, guys. We've got lamb loin chop with rosemary, mashed potato, carrots and broccoli steamed, and we have a Van Dyke tomato. Bit of fun that was. And a little bit of garnish here, just to make it look beautiful. Does that look beautiful? I don't know. Okay, I hope you enjoy making that. Now, if you're not going to make this meal, because I understand that lamb chops are expensive, try and help mum or dad out with something in the kitchen, like a full meal. Okay, have fun, guys. See ya.